the ground zero of William Wallace and all of that revolution. It was just a little Scottish army, and they just defeated this huge English army, and that was like the turning point of the victory over at Stirling. Was the point where the rest of Scotland looked at what was happening here, and they were like, wait a minute, we can actually do this, we can actually defeat the English, and they all joined together, and they end up defeating the English after William Wallace died. Like, how crazy is that, cuz? Like, it all started from here, bro.
Let's turn this guy down. Right, bro, you ready?
Yeah. Let's have it.
Monument site of Lanark Castle.
Let's have it.
Stone marks the celebration of the 800th anniversary of the signing of the Royal Charter, 1205 to 2005. Yeah, this is a depiction of the castle, and these were the grounds here. After hearing the news of his bride, every time I'm about to read about his wife getting murdered, even I just seen the name there, it's like, bruh, I swear, lad, I'd do the same shit, cuz. Like, imagine someone murders your wife, lad. I swear, lad. On my grave, cuz, Anyway, after hearing the news of his wife's murder, Wallace began planning the attack on Lanark Castle. In 1297, he gathered his small force at Carlin, and then in small groups stole into Lanark at dead of night. Silently, Wallace and his followers crept up to the castle.
Got all this
and
out
again
first.
was locked on their side. They overpowered the guards and got access to the apartments. Startled from his sleep, Helzeric was unable to defend himself. Wallace split his skull to the collarbone with his massive two-handed sword. With this act, Wallace started the War of Independence. Wow! Far, lad. And so we're here. That was the castle site. Alright.
How's it feeling, mate?
That's right, yeah.
So this was the castle.
Very good.
And that would have been,
It's going to get worse.
that was just a
Do you reckon?
obviously the town is much bigger now. It would have just been that old part where we were, and his wife lived there, and he lived there, and they killed his wife, cuz, and he still lived up the street, and he got a crew together.
So every time I get a tattoo, like, it's like the first 15 minutes, you think, oh, it's not too bad, and then like
Gets worse over time.
after that, yeah, it just gets worse.
Skull all the way down with a sword, like, wow, cuz, that's crazy, bro.
Do you have anyone come in and put the numbing cream or anything about them?
Yeah, sometimes. I don't really like using numbing cream for the fact that it's just, it's a bit, it can affect the healing a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got turned into a bowling club. Lanark Thistle.
It can make it a bit lighter,
How crazy is that?
a bit more inconsistent.
Oh, is it?
On this
There's loads of brands out there though that
I know.
come out their stuff and say they're really good on that.
Yeah.
I used it on my leg. I remember telling you before, and it burned. It felt like it made it worse.
Yeah, the wiping and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
The castle was occupied by the English under Edward I and Edward II, and was finally won back in the Wars of Independence. Yeah, so a lot of these castles had Scottish kings in there who weren't real kings of Scotland. They were placed there by more friendly previous English kings, sort of like puppet kings that never really looked after the Scottish people, but they were allowed to be kings, much like a lot of governments today, actually. Much like 70-80% of presidents and stuff today, but same story, human history. And then when that king came in, Edward, and that's the king, Edward the Longshanks in the movie Braveheart, and apparently like he was one of the most savage kings in a long, long time, if not ever, in English history. And they started just hammering the Scots. And that was in the time of William Wallace. So William Wallace was growing up as a teenager and stuff in the time of Edward the Longshanks, and they were just killing Scottish like noblemen and stuff like that all the time. Yeah. And when Edward came into power, he was actually that bad that they went to all the Scottish kings' castles and even kicked out the fake kings and just replaced them with straight English people. So like every Scottish town would just have a castle full of people that rode up from England and just went like, yep, we're sleeping with all your wives and taking all your money. Like, yeah, it's crazy to think that it's a bowling club now, but yeah, that's mad. True, stuff the castle, bro. But I've destructed it too, lad. Turn it into a public toilet, eh? So I think we access through down here.
You got any like big projects lined up?
Oh,
big
mate,
tattoos?
mate, I've got so many. I'm so flat out this year. It's all just a blur, mate, to be honest. Yeah, I've got a couple back pieces.
Do you do that with most of your like clients or people come in? Do you like brainstorm with them in the morning and then, then
because I tattoo so fast,
yeah,
there's more than enough time on the day. But because the way I used to work, I used to do work quite traditionally, and like where I'd design it the night before and stuff like that. And then some of the times people would come in, they would say, "Oh, I've switched this. I've switched my idea up."
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay, fair enough. So then you have to then redesign it. You know, you've spent like 2-3 hours on designing a tattoo for them just to change it. It's like, I mean, it's on your body for the rest of your life. It's your skin, isn't it?
Yeah,
so we need to make sure it's right.
Yeah, but it's like annoying putting all them hours in after
it is, mate. Yeah.
One thing and then changing the mind, man.
Yeah, which I think is because I'm quite blessed that I tattoo quite fast.
Yeah.
It just takes that stress out of it a bit.
Yeah.
Where I don't really have to design. If someone's like quite easy with what they want, then it's cool.
Yeah.
Still building on the way hectic.
I'll do this.
Look how mental this is, like. The trees, everything here is so beautiful, bro. Isn't the sickest one? Look at that. The memorial statue is down through here. In the footsteps, after slaughtering the English governor and his soldiers in this castle in 1297, it thought that Wallace and his men fled to the south through Clyde Forest to the River Clyde. Part of the Castle Bank Park where you have been is in the Bailey of Lanark Castle. This is the Wallace Memorial Rose Garden. Cool. How nice is that, bro? That's hectic. They would have just had like wooden shields, with Scottish cross on it. So this pathway down here goes down to the
You
river.
got an idea of what you're doing Saturday?
The river straight after they invaded the castle.
For the tattoo?
I can't remember, mate. To be fair, I need to have a look at my notes. It'd be quite cool, though. I think. It'd be quite cool.
We're going to take over an English castle and kill them.
What are you doing this weekend?
Like that's mega.
I'm going out Friday. One of my girlfriend's friends is singing in a bar in London, so we're going to watch that Friday night.
Nice, mate.
Yeah, so I haven't been out for ages either, so.
Have you not?
Yeah, I'm dreading it really, mate.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think the venue was in like North London, Stamford Hill.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Bit of a bop to get to be honest. But straight after work. Friday is going to be fun.
Why are you dreading it?
It's just going to be a late one, getting home from there and trying to get trains and stuff like that. Otherwise, you're stuck with probably a £70-80 cab, ain't you?
Yeah. Yeah, Uber's pretty expensive from there, isn't it?
I hate rushing round like, after work as well. I like having like
going home
my
and chill.
routine, getting home, chilling for a bit. Yeah.
Do you still play Xbox?
I'm on the PlayStation now and then.
Oh yeah. I swear you was Xbox before.
Yeah, and when the PS5 came out, it's like all my mates
Jumped
that I
over.
played with jumped over to the PlayStation. Yeah, so I ended up buying one of them.
Didn't Harry buy one as well?
Yeah, he's got one again now. He bought it and then sold it, and then he's got another one now.
Oh wow. Suppose they've gone down in price now, haven't they?
Yeah, I think when I bought mine, it was I paid £500 off Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah. It was in lockdown, wasn't it?
Yeah. He's been.
I think I bought mine for 600.
You
Yeah.
played that Marvel Rivals.
Nah.
Yeah, so him and all of his mates have been playing that lately.
Oh man.
They've, don't know if you've ever played Overwatch.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Similar. Yeah.
Very similar to that.
Yeah, that's it.
Wait, there's another path? Where does this path go? Is it on this way? Bro, where's that path, like?
It's not a bit of me though. It's like the same thing every game. Isn't it? It's like you're doing the same thing every game.
Yeah.
Like.
At least on COD or something, you got a bit of different
maps,
variety.
different things, different variety. Yeah.
Hey. Oh, lad. A proper sleep. Bro, this is state.
You've been playing COD?
Not really. I haven't played it in months, mate.
Yeah, I haven't played it in a long time.
I never play FIFA anymore.
Yeah, I've banned myself from buying it again now. Like,
Yeah, it's shit, isn't it?
it's just it fuels my gambling addiction. Like,
Oh, what with the
Ultimate
packs?
Team, yeah, it's just ridiculous, man. I can't play that game anymore without spending loads of money.
Yeah. Granted, mate. And the thing is, you have to get a decent team.
Yeah. It's like you get left behind, mate. If you, like, take a couple of weeks break from playing it, and these new SBC challenges have come out with this card or like the daily challenges cards and stuff like that. Right. It makes you pay the money to keep up with everyone.
Yep. Fucking shit, innit?
Yeah. The new map or the old map for James.
Oh yeah, that's back out,
Come
isn't
back out, yeah, it looks really good to be fair. I've been watching a few
YouTube.
streamers, playing it, like Z-Laner, he's been playing it, that Dr. Disrespect, I watch him.
Oh yeah. What a G, bro.
He's hilarious.
Yeah, I love that guy.
Check what's gonna kill me in this country, but I gotta know.
I suppose it's still going.
Yeah,
Didn't he have loads of scandals come out about
all
him?
the stuff that came up about him, texting underage girls or something.
Yeah,
And he's got a wife and kids, I'm sure, yeah.
I know.
Like everyone, I don't think anyone plays with him anymore, like everyone that did. Like,
Really?
yeah, they've wiped their hands clean with him.
Yeah, fair.
Alright. There's venomous snakes, ticks,
Yeah, what a knobhead.
wild boars. Alright, nothing. Wait, no crocodiles, no Komodo dragons, right? Just ticks, lad. Anyway,
Christ.
Yeah, right on a cruise.
That is horrible there, man.
Yeah. Have you got it on that side?
No. Sort of.
Tiny, yeah.
This is what it was.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the old ditch of the arm, bro.
The place that they call Wallace's Cave, for the reason that that's very hid, actually has a proper name, something Craigs. Carlin Craigs. This natural site is associated with William Wallace. He used it as a hiding place after killing the sheriff. That'd be sick, eh? Full hit
That
out.
side was a lot bearable than that, yeah.
Just hit there for days, lad. Knowing that the English wanted to kill him. We'll go there now, bro. This is the way, eh? Yeah. Oh. So everything is spiky. Everything. Look. Look. Even the leaves. Over every single thing is spiky, lad. Guys, every single thing. when we get back up here into the town, I want to try to get a drink or something to eat before, because when we leave here to visit Wallace's cave, that's out of the town, and then we've got a bit of a drive to get to Stirling after here. So if I don't get something from the town now, it's gonna be a while. I want to try to find this drink, Iron Brew, IRNBRU. Apparently it's the full essential.
It's fucking horrific, Iron Brew.
Reminds me of being in school, Iron Brew.
How many of these
I hate it.
Yeah, I haven't had it for
Well, the
years.
other houses would have been the same. So you're talking
I was seeing a girl once who was fully addicted to Iron Brew though.
So,
Hilarious. She had one in her bag all the time.
Christ.
to the town.
And my missus, she's
These houses we're walking
like
between.
fully addicted to Diet Cokes.
Yeah, I am.
Like 6-7 cans easy a day, like
Really?
mad, yeah.
It's crazy.
Suppose it keeps the old
700 years, yeah.
calories in check
Even
though.
houses
Yeah.
that look like this are like 200 years old.
I've never seen someone like drink so much Diet Coke like that. It's mad.
But there was without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to
You
go
the
through
same?
6, yeah. I used to go through 6, 7 a day as well.
Well, but actually, when you think about it, in the movie, they weren't even, nothing like that. They were like stick shacks. True? This would have been all like shacks, bro. Stick shacks. Maybe they used some boulders in the building process. But yeah.
Right, it's all lined out,
Nothing like that. Nothing.
dotted out.
Because you remember the English were going around setting the villages on fire. All their roofs were made out of sticks and stuff.
Fucking hell.
Here's our car. I'm 90% sure we're legally parked. Anywhere with the yellow line.
Don't know, welcome, huh?
Parking.
Yeah, just
But the
lining it
thing
out,
is, when I
just dotting
pulled
it out.
up here, there was a
Couple
car
bits I've
parking
missed there.
You know, the comment is gone. See what I mean? So I'm illegally parked here. We'll just go to the shop here quickly.
Nice.
Like I said,
Start filling it in, bro. Bottom to top.
It is Sunday to Sunday morning, so don't be surprised if nothing's open in a small town like this. Oh, look at this lad. I'm glad I was saying this lane, look at this. The tale of William Wallace, Lanark, 1297. Wow, cars. Wallace and his men arrive, Lanark. Meets Marion. Marion, that's her name. Oh, that's their marriage certificate. Oh, but that's the thistle. You know, she gives him the flower and he puts it in his handkerchief, he keeps it with him. Oh, bang. I think that's just like a map of Scotland back in the days, maybe. Baited by the Sheriff of Lanark, who Selrig's men, Wallace retaliates. There he is. Wow. Looks like he killed his wife. From skull to the collarbone, look. That's the depiction of his death. Helsig house razed to the ground. And then Wallace's story continues. Wow, wow. Fuck. So glad we say re-say. There's a hot food store here. I'll see if it's got that drink. got it, lad. Adelaide, they fought a game, lad. Oh, that's huge, brother. Iron Brew, Adelaide, they got it to these cars. You know what the best word is, lad? Straight out. Aye. It's the maddest word, Adelaide. I'm going to try to take it home, cuz. I was spinning out on that like last time, cuz last night I was thinking, there's this word Navy was saying. I was at this castle and I said, bro, where's the castle down here? He goes, you can't go in it. I said, no, I just want to look at it. He went, like that, lad. It was mad. But like, just commonly people would say,
That's the United playing tonight.
Anyway.
Yeah, 48
more.
hours, I think, yeah.
Brewing Scotland. The Seagull recipe since 1901, brother. That's huge, brother.
Who you got? PSG or Villa?
Tonight?
Yeah, tonight, yeah.
PSG, mate.
And I got a chicken bacon.
Yeah, you're playing tomorrow.
Yeah, Leon, innit?
Yeah.
Try this drink for us, cuz.
Oh, Lacazette.
Is he still playing there?
Yeah, he plays for Leon, yeah.
Okay, no.
He's done well since he's gone back there as well, you know, yeah? It's not like he's not been scoring goals.
Yeah, man. Inter Milan won last night, well, didn't they?
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's exactly what it tastes like.
I've just seen on Instagram, I don't even know Matic still plays.
Yeah.
Plays for Leon.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what is this?
Yeah, he's old now.
Yeah.
He's been doing well as well, I think.
70% creamy soda, 30%.
I wouldn't want to play in the French league though.
Creamy soda and French.
No, but
Do that mix and you got Iron Brew.
PSG has just been running that league for
Forever.
Years, yeah.
Gave up your secrets, brother. Trying to act like you're not mixing Fanta with creamy soda, cuz don't touch me. I'm gonna pump these. It's like a thing like sausage rolls and baked stuff. They like it here. Everyone is pumping it, but everyone's eating this chicken bacon. I'll give you that sauce. Oh no. Oh yum. Very white. Like you know that white sauce, that white chicken sauce. Very dark. I didn't expect that. I thought it was gonna be dark inside like a pie. It's good. Alright, let's get on with it, lad. Oh, I needed that. Thank God we got a car too. It was actually a mission to get that car. It was a mission. Because I woke up in Kirkcaldy, which is like a town. If he's watched my main channel vlog, you would know, but if he's haven't, it's a town on the other side of Edinburgh. So I had to wake up there this
Have you ever been to Edinburgh?
morning.
no, I've never even been to Scotland, mate. Have you?
Yeah, I've been all over Scotland.
Oh, did you go hiking in the Highlands? Did you? Camping?
No, that was Wales.
Oh, did wow.
Yeah. Scotland City. It's like the closest thing you'll get to America.
When we finish this, drop it off at Glasgow Airport, make my way back to Glasgow City, book a hotel, sleep, and then wake up and catch a boat.
But yeah, no, it's sick. Edinburgh's really nice. It's quite posh there.
One more appreciation for William Wallace's house.
I see, it might be Edinburgh or Glasgow, but there was like pictures of this town and it just looked like you was gone back in time, you know what I mean? Like, it looked mad.
We go back up to the main street. Why Wallace's house, lad?
It's so warm up there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, yeah. I stepped out this morning, I was like, wow, I'm so glad I wore a jacket, man.
Yeah.
Freezing, like it's icy wind.
Sure fucking is, bro.
I reckon they call it Lanark. They wouldn't call it Lanark. Lanark. Like a bogan Aussie day. Lanark. They call it Lanark. Even Kirkcaldy, where I was last night, this morning, Kirkcaldy, Kirkcaldy. They call it Kirkcaldy, like Kody, Kirkcaldy. Right, it's coming up here on the right. So it was 2 kilometers out of the village. I wonder how touristy it is, or if it's just straight bush. Like like a riverbank. That was mad how authentic it was. Alright, we're gonna pull up. It's here. Alright, it's a turn off here. Turn off here. Nah. Alright, we'll turn off here because it is back there. We'll see where the park. Relax, slow down, brother. Going around like Colin McRae, relax. Where do I park, lad? Let's just go for a look. But I just went down that hill and I kept going, and then it was back. So that's where I parked, lad. Because I don't know, Carl, what was I supposed to do? Keep going along this road. We were gonna walk back up to the main road and cross it. And it's like, I think it's on a riverbank, lad. We crossed the bridge where it was. I didn't know it was on a riverbank, but that's mad. It's across there. Alright, there was a driveway. I didn't see that. I think there is. There's a driveway, or is it just a bridge? Oh, it's a bridge. Oh no, there's a driveway, pal, look. Alright, that's the bridge we crossed. And it is, his cave was down here looking over the water. So he rode out there, like, they went down to the water, him and his crew, and the English were after him after that, so he killed the English in the town. So it's safe to presume that is the English then heard that, started sending the English soldiers that were as close as possible to this town to, one, arrest him, kill him, or two, if the town doesn't give him up, threaten to kill everyone in the town and burn it down and all that stuff. I think even in the movie that's what happened. Bro, we're high up on a cliff, by the way. Cartland Caves. I feel like it goes down. See, it goes up. But see how there's a passage that goes down? It's down that path, like, that's why that path is there. Because the bike was like, let me see how close. This is a massive drop, bro. When I say massive, I mean I can't even see the bottom. Look. You can hear the water down there, but I just gotta be careful, but that's not a joke, bro. So I gotta just make a judgment on the path in front of me because it seems to be not only blocked off, but blocked off a long time ago. And there's no remnants of any type of infrastructure to facilitate people coming down here whatsoever, other than that grass isn't growing in a straight line. You know what I mean?
Who was Braveheart? Was it Mel Gibson?
Yeah. What's the other one? The Patriot. Seen that?
Yeah.
Brilliant film.
What's the other one he did recently? Not recently.
Cause what is this place though? There's nothing there, bro. Here, where?
Jesus, that Passion of Christ.
Oh, yeah, he directed it, didn't he?
Yeah, that's it.
Vipers.
Because no one, I remember reading something about it, no one wanted to touch it because it was like the religious views on it, and yeah, he ended up doing it and he won a lot of awards for it, didn't he? Or something?
Yeah, man.
Bro, look how far down it is. I don't know what to do from here. Whatever was a path, ends right there. The water cars, brother, it's like at least 30 meters. With nothing but this. And drops. I'm actually half surprised and half impressed. surprised and impressed how OG and original their Wallace sights are, cuz. You know what I mean? You know, if I roll backwards, I'm dead here, cuz. If I roll, I'm dead. Bro, see before I fucking got axed right here. Brother, this is how close I was then. Right there. That's just a steep roll to a cliff. That's like that steep. There, and that's just a cliff, and there's nothing to grab on. That's your last hope, that little twig tree. And I axed right there on the edge. Latest, lad. What do you even do there, cuz? If you get axed down in Wallace's cave, Adelaide, even the English soldiers couldn't find him, lad, you're gone. What do? Ask Siri for help. Relax. I don't get over how high we are, lad.
What's the date this weekend?
12th and 13th.
Let's walk up the normal
What's the
path
date
for
next
normal
weekend?
people.
19th, 20th.
Okay. My birthday's soon.
What have you got planned for it?
Nothing at the minute. I want to try and go to like an R&B night or something. Just have a couple of chill days.
Well, I'm sick of the cave, lad. We're going to Stirling, lad.
I'm never really like,
This way it comes to hide, lad, like I made it.
not really that fussed about my birthdays anymore.
No, I'm
Really
not.
don't as you get older.
Yeah.
I find it interesting how
Some people, it's such a big thing, like they want to do this, that.
Yeah.
I'm not really that fussed about it.
Yeah. I do pretty cool things throughout the year anyway. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Look how high it was! Cuz, it's higher than I thought. Look, lad. Look where we were walking. Cuz I was just doing my own thing. cuz.
Ollie, is it alright if we adjust again, like
Oh,
pins and
pins and
needles?
needles. Yeah, you will do, bruv.
I'll fall in my
You will do.
head
Let me
Go to the bottom, man.
maybe.
that better?
I think it's because your arm's stretched out.
That is so high.
Is that better?
Yeah, sweet.
Sweet, brother.
So even down there, I'm so close to these cars. Look at my feet
it's better.
up. The size of my foot. These cars are thumping cars. See up there in that gap? Where it goes down, you can see a little gap, you can see a handrail. We were walking there, cuz. About that far down. That's the edge I nearly slipped from there down to there, cuz. Move. Who's off the other side? Cuz, it's so high, brother. Look, it's even got suicide things here. Whatever you're facing, we're here to listen. If you're going through a tough time, you don't have to face it alone. Look, bro. All over the bridge, bang. Bang. People commit suicide off this bridge, bro. Come on. That's bad, lad. For real, though. What it says is true, lad. Life's mad, trust me. If you feel like life's shit, trust me, bro. Hang around, you'll see. That's all you gotta do is hang around and you'll see, bro. Life can get shit, 100%. For every single person, bro. Even the King of England, cuz, period in his life that it was shit. And all you gotta do is just hang around and wait, lad, and it changes. That's the truth, brother. Take it from me. If you're gonna take it from anyone, take it from me, brother. I've been all the way there and I've been all the way here, cuz. Just hang around and wait. I can't believe I nearly slipped off that edge, bro. I nearly lost the camera too, bro. When I fell, the camera and it detached from the handle that it's on, and it like bounced me the edge, bro. I'm checking my feet for ticks, bro. Apparently ticks can kill you. You get bitten by a tick and you get Lyme disease. Now we're off to Stirling. I won't bore you with too much of this drive to Stirling. It's 57 minutes away, just through the countryside. I just pump it there, cuz, so we get there quick as. I'll turn the camera back on when we're there, right? Otherwise, what are you gonna watch? Scenery? They'll watch me do a big uppercut and then I'll do a column McRae and then what? But now we're just coming to the mad green countryside. We're still going through little towns though. Been pumping on highway for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes now. Pretty fast too. What a town for the least Stirling, Scotland, brother. This is ground zero.
Into Stirling.
Ground triple O, like.
Is that still
Right, we're in the middle of the
Scotland.
Scotland? Yeah.
The first place we're gonna go is a National Wallace Monument. It's like big. It's not like that little statue back in London. These are big monuments of William Wallace. And when we get there, I'm gonna tell you also about someone who's just as, if not more famous here.
I watched this series on Netflix. It's about Vikings.
Look at it.
I can't remember what it's called, but there was a castle called, I don't know if it's still called it because this was years ago, but Bebenburg or something like that. I'll have to look it up. And it's still standing now today. It's on like the border of Scotland and England.
Wow.
Look at that, lad.
What? And it was built by the Vikings, or?
It was built by the, I think, Saxons, so it would have been
After.
Yeah,
We're pressing for time because if we walk all the way there, yeah, we can walk it, but then on the way back, we're going to double that walk, so what's the point? Yeah, this here is the proper car park. Let's go. We're here, lad. Bros. Boom, lad.
The Last Kingdom. You ever
Oh, yeah.
seen that? Yeah.
I don't think I've seen it though. I've tried to watch a couple of episodes. You're already into stuff like that, aren't you?
Yeah, I love stuff like that to do with the Vikings.
Old Lagerfeld.
Yeah.
Hey, big brother, let's do this. There's a little ornaments place where they've got souvenirs. You know,
Fucking hell, I'm flagging. My energy's dipping again, bruv. Fuck's sake. I just don't think I'm going to carry this dart on for too long, man. Really struggling.
Is it
It's
like,
when I concentrate, bro, I'm like,
yeah,
just want to nod off.
yeah, shut your eyes, yeah.
Fucking insane.
Did it tell you like you was going to have a phase like this? Like,
Yeah, but only like through keto flu, but I'm out of that now, so.
maybe stick it out, mate. See what you
Yeah, I know, I'm trying to. It's just, but I'm
Yeah,
just
hard.
fed up of feeling a bit shit.
Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks now, just feeling shit constantly. You'll have the odd day here and there where you feel great.
95 meters up. That's what that sound said. The National Monument was built between 1861 and 1869. Remember I said when the monument has 246 steps and it stands 220 feet high. Wow. So this monument is almost 200 years old itself. Wow. Wow. Bye-bye. Come on.
Yeah, Bamberg is called now.
Oh
That's the
wow,
one.
that's
Still standing
sick.
today, yeah.
Saxon building, yeah, it's fucking wild, bro. Isn't it? Would you like to go see that?
I'd love to, yeah. It's in the series.
Yeah, that's sick. The original castle as well, still standing.
Yeah.
It's 12 past 3. She said there's an actor downstairs outside. And he's really good. And he plays like he does the battles. But it's in 18 minutes. Look at this, bro. first level is the hall of arms. Well, keep going up. See that sword there? See that size of that goes? Wow. The next one is the Royal Chamber. Alright, bro, I'm cutting. This guy, bro. Not enough time, though. Alright, apparently there's a show in 2 minutes. I want to say it, bro. Reenactment or something. What's this? River Falls, Sterling Old Bridge. So this is our viewpoint. This is where that is Sterling Castle, and the Sterling Bridge is down there. That's where they're going after this. That's where the significant fight for William Wallace went down. What a view up here, but
Got any more bookings this week, other than Saturday?
Yeah, man, I'm fully booked for a few weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go from here. We'll go to
Yeah, bro.
Sterling Bridge.
Flat out, man.
Where the significant
Must be
fight
known to
for
be
William
doing
Wallace
Saturday.
beat the English army
Yeah,
at
it's
Sterling Bridge. So when
I
William
don't normally
Wallace
work
was alive,
Saturdays because it's when I see
he
my
was sort of
daughter,
like a
but
rebel. It wasn't like
I,
it was Scotland versus England. It wasn't that.
just
It
thought,
was
fuck
like
it, you know.
Scotland has this rebel running around with an army.
I normally see her Sundays now
killing
anyway.
English and fighting the English, but it wasn't
Do you do
actually
like every
Scotland,
weekend, or do you
right?
do like every
Because
other?
back
Or
then,
Every other,
Scotland
yeah.
had kings, right? And 90% of them, most of them were like, they were cowards.
like
right?
with,
They were like owned by the English.
yeah, my dad when I was growing up.
Was it?
What,
Every 2 weeks?
Yeah.
How did that affect your relationship?
I don't know, to be honest, like, it was strange because I was so young, like, I didn't really know any different, you know. Like,
Yeah.
we did that for a few years, and then it changed to every Thursday and every other Sunday. Yeah, it was weird, mate, but as I said, I was well too young to even realise what was going on. I was just spending time with my dad, you know.
Yeah.
This physical victor for Scotland.
Yeah. Do you have a good relationship with him?
Yeah. I don't see him as much as I should anymore.
Do you reckon that's because of the growing up thing?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
Probably is, to be honest with you, mate.
But he went around Scotland smashing all the English.
What did you used to do as a kid though? Like go out for days out and shit?
Yeah, like we used to go fishing together, or some Thursdays he'd take me down the pub, we'd have like a pub lunch,
Yeah.
play pool, you know, just stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, sick.
Took over their castle. He was taking over English cities until England had to like declare, like full surrendered and declared like a peace treaty. And they said, all right, just stop, please. Like we'll give you your country back. You can be your
So you
own
bought
country.
your
and like,
daughter
we'll leave. Scotland is
them
Scotland.
fresh Adidas.
What I made it like.
Yeah, they're gonna be ruined in a week.
Yeah, you didn't know that. I was going to say that
100%.
they look pristine when I see the picture,
Yeah.
video.
Yeah, they'll be ruined in a week. I wanted to keep them, to be honest,
Yeah,
for when I see her.
yeah.
But yeah,
Trouble with kids, though, isn't it? They don't realise what they got in it. And just,
thing is though, they grow up so quick. Like,
yeah,
you know, it won't fit her in about 6 months' time.
yeah.
Get an unlimited send for £20 a month from Free.
That's what I was saying to you earlier about time flies. Like, I remember seeing your post when she was like baby, and now to see her now is
Mental, isn't it?
crazy, man. Like, yeah. It's crazy how fast children grow up and like how fast time just goes.
Yeah. I fully agree, mate. Life's short, bro.
Yeah.
Before you know, she'll be 16, mate. Fuck.
Yeah. Very expensive for you then, mate.
Yeah. Especially for Christmas.
Yeah.
Piece of Scottish shortbread, my brother. Yum. How's some shortbread, lad? That's Irish. Oh, look. Maybe it's young. On the last remaining time, Wallace had already sent out 3 men down to close off that loop in the river and hem them in. And once they crossed the bridge itself, they also discovered that they had to stay on the thin causeway of dry ground that led from the bridge to our lines. They tried to go too far.
You ever heard of like someone getting their tattoo lasered off and then like gone over again but totally different?
Yeah.
Heard of that?
Yeah. I've done that loads.
Didn't even know people do that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, a couple of laser sessions, or depending on how dark it is. That's what I'd suggest for up there, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Because one of the lads, he's a bit older. He's one of my best mates' brothers, older brother. He does it, like, so he's got one on his arm. He was telling us like he'll get that lasered off and go over it straight with a whole new tattoo.
Yeah.
I didn't even know like people do that because it's like scar tissue. So surely that would absolutely kill getting tattooed over that.
Depends on which laser company you use.
Yeah.
Because if they use Picasure laser, it's really good on the skin.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's a lot better than traditional, which just damages the skin. But Picasure, I think it takes a few more sessions and it's more expensive, but your skin goes pretty much back to normal.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, man.
Do you know off the top of your head how much like a session would be?
Laser.
Yeah.
I think prices vary so much now.
I
know back in the day it's about 300 a session, but you can book like a slot of like so many, like 10, and then you get a mad discount.
Yeah.
That was hectic, lad. Let's get down there, lad. Let's get down to this bridge, right?
Maybe I'll look into it because like.
Yeah, there's one in Isha, I think.
Oh, is it?
That is just mad, bro. So they won.
Because that is now going to stick out like a sore thumb, like now having all this the fresh ink on the bottom half of my eye.
Yeah, I definitely, yeah. How long ago was that?
It just drilled them, bro.
I think it was like one of my first
years.
like, over 10
15.
years.
Yeah, man.
They got their breach down.
Yeah, I'd definitely do that for sure.
Couldn't do anything as the other half just got pumped in the wetlands, lad. That shortbread was cracked up by the way. Oh wow. That was so interesting, that story. I think it went on a bit more, but that was the whole history in the context of William Wallace leading up to Stirling Bridge. I thought I'll end it there because we're going to head straight there now, so it's just like perfect way out. Get a quick coffee, eh? A beautiful coffee. That shortbread was beautiful, bro.
What you got for food today? What's on?
I had 2 tins of tuna, 4 eggs, 3 slices of cheese, 2 slices of cheese, and then some lettuce.
Is that what you for the day, or you got?
Do you know what? I couldn't even finish it because I was so I wasn't even that hungry.
That's it.
I wasn't hungry at all, man.
I love doing this kind of stuff, bro.
But yeah, no, I'll have to eat again. I might have to try and fast a couple of days, man. Just to, I might just fast a couple of days and not eat anything. Because my energy feels alright when I haven't eaten. It's only when I eat I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, it knocks me out.
Must be something to do with my insulin levels spiking or something. I'm not sure.
That was crazy. Alright, we'll go to Stirling Bridge now, bro. What about that? I didn't know that on top of that, where that monument is, where we were standing, is where they...
I used to drink like a lot of caffeine, a lot of coffee, sorry.
Yeah.
And I always wondered, like, I'd have like 3 or 4 coffees by like lunchtime.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and
Did you not used to shake and shit?
Yeah, and I'd always wondered like why I would completely crash by like 1, 2 o'clock and be like, why am I so tired? Like, and I cut coffee. I cut it down to like 1 every other day, and like the difference it makes is unbelievable. Like,
Yeah.
caffeine's so bad for you, man.
Yep. I know. I never really drink it.
It's like I'd be so tired to the fact that I'd be like
Falling asleep.
I don't understand why I feel like this. Like,
That's how I feel on this. Yeah. Like utterly drained, you could literally fall asleep.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel right now, man. Fucked.
Chuck a house there? Like, yeah. But this is all, look. What does this say? In early September 1297, a mighty army arrived in Stirling to put down the Scots' resistance to English rules. The Scots allowed half the invaders to advance across the bridge, then William Wallace and the Scots swept forward and achieved a brilliant victory. Wow, bro. We'll cross the bridge in a sec, but look, this parkland is left here. Oh, bro, the forest.
Getting there, mate.
Yeah, man.
Ooh. It's still like mushy, lad. Exactly how they said it was when the fight happened. But they would have happened like right here, lad. See, there's a new one. Like a bigger one that the cars can go over. But they've rebuilt this, and that was the original one. That's the one that the English crossed over. And so the castle then is just up there. Yeah, you can see it. Oh, there's the castle there. Yeah, look at that. That's Stirling
I'm
Castle.
dreading
right
that
on that hill.
long one.
Wow.
I'm dreading that one, yeah, dreading that one.
That's so sick.
I'll do that now, so it's out of the way.
So, I don't know, but like, we
It weren't as bad as the line.
I'll stipple it in.
like dying in places isn't unique.
The line was definitely a lot worse than that.
Yeah.
People have died in
Dots ain't too bad.
the army was separated in
It's just an annoying pain. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got just demolished by the Scots from everywhere. So just all of this grass that you see.
How's that on your wrist
Yeah, you see
compared to
those-
like
like in Braveheart, I was gonna say those
doing
movies
it
that
normally?
they're just there hacking.
It's not too bad.
Thousands of them just all- That's
It's not too bad. It's more when my fingers get fatigued.
is it gripping them?
Yeah.
Would have been the other half of the army was over there watching and couldn't do a thing about it, and that was on fire in the water. That was burnt down. But the only reason that's not upsetting, that's not a great thing, bro. Like, you're talking about thousands of people dying. It's not a great thing. It's the reality of humanity. Not humanity, it's the reality of life. Animals are even worse than us, bro. Like, people think humans are bad, animals are the worst. But it's sad, bro. Like, we're sitting here saying, like, yeah, they smashed them, like, thousands of English people died. That's not a good thing, guys. Nothing's a good thing. The only reason that we even feel that inspiration is because it's a bit different when it's not like the Scottish people, it's not like we're standing in England and we're saying the Scottish people came to this town and killed them all. Yeah, like that would be putrid too. It would be disgraceful. But it's like these English army were sent here to Scotland to kill Scottish people. So that's why it's an inspirational story. It's a bit different when you go to someone else's country. You know what I mean? You go to other people's countries to kill them and you die. It's like, don't be so silly, bro. You know what I mean? It's crazy, bro. Having said that, like not all of them, a good amount of those English soldiers just would have been scared people just like trying to survive, bro. We guarantee you all of the first ones that crossed this bridge, you're talking back then 16-year-olds were adults, like. A 16-year-old's a full adult. The militaries have been made up of 16, 19-year-olds. So there's like 16-year-old kids that travel from another country and cross here and they're just getting killed by Scottish barbarians. Do you know what I mean? And then all the real scums are sitting over there watching and sitting in castles, like up on that hill watching with a little telescope. And when they seen that happen, they would have just rode off like cowards back up the hill and locked themselves in. The real scums. You know what I mean? The Battle of Stirling Bridge, 11th of September. That was on September 11, I didn't know that. 1297. And Bannockburn, 23rd and the 24th of June 1314 were key victories in the Scottish War of Independence. This bridge is a 15th century replacement for the earlier wooden bridge. We'll walk on that bridge and I want to finish this at Bannockburn because that's where this story leads. You see, in the movie ends there. The movie doesn't show Bannockburn and Robert the Bruce and stuff like that, but it's like William Wallace was the spiritual victor over England, but just the spiritual victor. And Robert the Bruce was the physical victor, bro. What about how William Wallace was training to be a priest, bro? Wow, cuz. All he did was study languages and the Bible, bro. That's crazy. These people aren't like simpletons like you think, you know what I mean? Imagine how smart of a person he would have had to be. Learning languages, very religious, trying to become a priest, and with enough intelligence and strategy to wage a rebellion from the bushes, pretty much. He pretty much jumped out the bushes, Hurus Aglay, like, you know what I mean? Maybe that's what I get it, lad. I always think, why did I always want to jump out of bushes and out of trees? William Wallace Aglay, come on, brother. What's going on? I know we're both McPherson clan, lad, but he done the bush maneuver. William Wallace does bush maneuvers, lad. Wow. William Wallace, the OG bush maneuver, lad. That's crack up. I forgot, a lot of yous don't know what I'm talking about with the bush maneuver. A lot of OG fans will, a lot of yous won't. One of the key moment videos I ever made, actually. Back in those days, I had like 15,000 followers on Instagram. I had a YouTube channel that only had a couple rap songs on it and had like 6,000 subscribers. Yeah, so it's fair to say 99% of these have never heard of that. Where's that monument? Can you see it from here? The William Wallace and Moray were up there with their armies, bro, and they were overlooking a huge, colourful army with banners and flags and stuff all over there underneath that castle. And they seen them coming towards this bridge, and they flew down with the intention to meet them at this bridge, knowing that it's one of their only chances. The colour of the water is so interesting because it's legit like it's like a black coffee colour still. It is so brown that even the shallow parts near the rock look like you're looking into Coca-Cola. It's that dark. You know, like even
because it's shit.
Water, but when it's shallow
It looks like you're looking into Coca-Cola.
because the sediment hasn't concentrated enough through distance, through looking through the water. You know what I mean? Because it's shallow, but it's so brown that shallow water is still brown enough to reflect. Look, the rocks are. It's full like staring into an espresso. It's reflecting like it's darker than Coca-Cola. On the edges it looks like Coca-Cola, and right up in the middle it looks like.
Does it very
like
brown?
a triple shot of espresso, like just full on brown.
Looks like chocolate.
Switching to Vodafone broadband is now easy with one touch switch. We sort everything out for you. We even contact your current provider and help towards any leaving fees. And you can get reliable full fibre broadband for less. Switch today from £25 per month.
So many choices on Booking.com. There are so many Tina Feys I could be. So I hired body doubles.
Call Mom Tina at the villa or call Mom Tina at the chalet. It's gonna be a note to the slopes. Booking.com, Booking.yeah.
Nothing cracks like Latin. Bite-sized indulgence. Latin, true to pleasure.
Berlin Bridge, brother. The English, whatever, I don't know how to express their ranks. General, commander, whatever, would have been up in there watching. Well, it depends how high up it would have been. A couple of them would have been at the back of the battle because they come down. But the top one, he'd have been just sitting up in one of those windows like. That's the coolest bar. What a shot, lad. Oh, it's like a souvenir store for Stirling Bridge. I thought, wow, what a house. I was like, on the bridge. They're just straight houses, though. That's a mad spot, though, you know what I mean? But still, a little bit creepy, lad. Alright, let's hit the Bannockburn. 4:30 p.m. Should I keep the vlog going? You know what I'm like nowadays, cuz. These are my best mates. We just do everything together. I got stopped at Bannockburn. My night is still massive. After Bannockburn, I'm driving to Glasgow Airport, drop this car off, make my way back to Glasgow City from the airport, however, on a train or something, book a hotel, which I still haven't booked yet. Still haven't booked the hotel yet. We've been flat out. Book a hotel, stay the night in Glasgow, and wake up in the morning and start the fourth leg of my family journey to Ireland. Ah, yeah. Early in the morning too. Battle of Bannockburn. Let's go. To Geneva. The Battle of Bannockburn, lad. Whoa. Let's get into this. It said that this place was closing. I flew over here full like possum born, like full trucked up possum born, but it was closing in like 20 minutes. So I took a 9-minute drive. I got here in 2.6 minutes. 2.6. Alright, they said there's the guided tour, the last guided tour finishes, well, it finished already. At 3:45. It's now 4:45. I thought he was saying that, like I couldn't come in. I was like, what? And he goes, no, you can go see everything yourself, and the information's there. It's just not a guided tour. I was like, bro, that's what I want to do anyway, let's go. The battle fought on the 23rd, 24th of June became a turning point in Scottish history. This site is where Robert the Bruce of Scotland set up camp before the battle. From here, he masterminded a decisive and unlikely victory against a much larger English army led by Edward the Longshanks. Bruce's success set in motion events that strengthened his control over Scotland. Finally, in 1328, the English king accepted Bruce's rights as ruler of Scotland. Yeah, after he went down and started full giving it the come in the Yorkshire and that lad. True. Things moved slow. That was still like, so William Wallace died, like in the movie, that was 1305, and this battle was 1314, and it took another 15 years after that, 20 years after that to be recognised. This is it, bro. This is the granddaddy lad, the Battle of Bannockburn. They should make a mad movie about Robert the Bruce, and I know there is. Pretty sure it's called Robert the Bruce or the Bruce, but it's not like Braveheart, it's not like a full hectic Mel Gibson movie, you know? The Battle of Day One. Scots watched the English arrive in the afternoon. The events of Day One played out even better than Bruce hoped. A few English knights crossed, looking forward to the Scottish position. He rode ahead. He recognised Bruce, unarmed, riding a small pony, skirmishers, and English defection. Battle 2 is an attack at dawn. Scots advance. The English retreat. The English left 5,000 to 7,000 men dead on the battlefield. The Scots only a few hundred. A great odds Bruce had won. Wow.
Mind if I play for you?
No, man.
This stats card. Scots, Robert Bruce, casualties light, possibly in the hundreds. English, King Edward II, 5,000 to 7,000. Wow, bro. They pulled a full King Leonidas slope, full 300. That's another place I'd love to visit, cuz. Go to Greece and visit those gates, King Leonidas, Hell's Gates, Hot Gates or something. Look at the rainbow, lad. Wow. That big start colour. What a, look where it ends, guys, down there. You see a full rainbow. That's so handy. What a time to get a mad rainbow like that, eh? For God and St. Andrew, Robert the Bruce, King of Scots, planted his standard near this spot when the Scottish patriots, under his command, vanquished the army of Edward II, 24th of June, 1314. We fight not for glory, nor for wealth, nor for honour, but only and alone we fight for the freedom which no good man surrenders but with his life. Wow, bro. Cars, look at that, lad. Look at that beauty, bro. Look at the castle through there. Can you see that? Just even in the gaps, lad, there's this castle. I'm zooming on that editor. There he is, lad. There he is, brother. There's the man. That's the coolest shit, lad. Robert the Bruce, King of Scots, brother. And here, they just fought like, there was no bridge maneuver, no bush maneuver, nothing, cuz. They just fought in an open battlefield, lad. Wow, brother. I can't get over that castle out there, cuz. After the battle, in the distance you can see Stirling Castle. Yes. So that's Stirling Castle, bro. That's where the English which surrendered to the Scots after this battle. Bruce's victory at Bannockburn didn't even end the war right away, but it did mark a new phase in the conflict. Bruce continued his campaign for many years before the English king accepted him and his heirs as Scotland's lawful rulers. Bruce now controlled Stirling with its strategic crossing over the River Forth. He next ensured that his family line would continue. He exchanged English knights captured at Bannockburn for his prisoner's wife, daughter and sisters. He then secured the support of Scottish landowners by requiring them to pledge their loyalty or lose their estates. After Bannockburn, English nobles became angry at the war's expense of Edward II's inability to defeat Bruce. They only united behind their king in 1318 after Bruce won back the borderlands taken by the English. Between 1319 and 22, the English twice invaded Scotland. They also attempted to overthrow Bruce, but he foiled their plans. In 22, Bruce defeated the English on their own soil at the Battle of Byron. A long truce followed. The English king finally recognised Bruce as the rightful king of Scotland in the 1320 Treaty of Edinburgh and Northampton. Look at that, brothers. The Queen of England.
Yeah, it's gonna look cool when we get a pattern down from here.
Even the English
I can't believe you've done that in like an hour, bro.
Really?
Near enough an hour.
Yeah, hour and 15 on my camera.
Jesus Christ.
The Queen of
Yeah.
England came and unveiled that statue, bro. That's how much
Nice.
how mad is it too to hear that he captured English nobles, knights, and he swapped them for his wife and his sisters, lad. Wow, bro.
It's looking good, man.
Yeah, man. Just going to that. We'll get some filigree up here as well. Try to get it in. That looks cool though. Clean.
Yeah, man.
Cool, bro.
Clean. Yeah, have a little break, bro.
Because of him, the king recognised the Scottish